Hey folks, back in the game here. In this video, we're going to go through one OP14 / EB04 booster box. Stay tuned. So One Piece has gone absolutely insane in the last, I don't know, month maybe. The sealed prices are going crazy, singles prices are going crazy, everything. People have finally figured out what a cool, I don't know, probably not what a cool game, because I'm guessing most people aren't collecting it for the game, but at least what a cool, art set, and that kind of stuff is for it. Certainly there's a bunch of the people just jumping into flip, but I don't know that, I don't know how long that part will last, to be honest. I'll tell you what, I am new-ish to the One Piece game, as in, I've been collecting them about a year, probably a year and a half, maybe. But I didn't know anything about One Piece when I started. So what I have done is I've started the anime. I watched season 1 of the live action, and then I started the anime. I'm in the early 600s in the anime, so I'm moving along. I've been doing it about 6-8 months now. So there will be a lot of these where I don't know the name, but certainly some that I do. So, all right, Oars. I remember him. I heard the sound of a lady's teardrops. Nice. Charlotte Pudding. There's a Boa Hancock leader card. It used to be, my understanding is that in these packs, if you got a leader card, you couldn't get anything else, and that has changed in this set. Usopp, that's a cool Usopp card. Arlong, and then Ever White. I don't think I've gotten to that part of the show yet. Anyway, I really enjoy the show. I like the characters. I am one of the few, I've been a nerd my whole life, and I'm one of the few that never got hardcore into anime, until very recently. I'm not sure I'm hardcore into it. I have finally started watching some, and I enjoy what I've seen so far. Bartolomeo, is that how you pronounce it, I think? I'm just watching an episode with him in it. Did I miss the foils earlier? Were there none in that leader pack? So Monet is a foil. Kikunojo. And then I've seen this one come out of every single OP14 box that I've seen opened. So I think you get one from the OP14 set and one from the EB04 set. So my understanding is that to catch up with the Japanese game, they have put OP14 and EB04 in the same box. So I think there's a lot of theories about what that's going to do to, if it's going to make stuff easier or harder to hit, and I think it's going to be, harder for the most part. But it should be interesting to see. So I think they're doing that with this one and OP15, and then we'll be caught up with Japan, I think. But I don't know really what that means. Does that mean they're going to launch them at the same time? Because almost nothing else does that. There's a Don Quixote do Flamingo leader pack. So first 2 packs are leader packs. That's interesting. All right, then we have Miss Valentine and Perona. I know a lot of these characters come back later, but maybe in a flashback even. I don't know. I think Perona is one that I'm going to see later, if I'm understanding everything right. Got an SR back there. Spider Mice, Grandma Neon from the Amazon Kingdom. That's funny. All right. Fisher Tiger. All right, so we have Silver's Rayleigh. SR is Nami. Always a good time to get a Nami SR. I suspect, just based on the picture and what I know goes for premiums in One Piece, that's probably right now probably going to be a decent card. I'll have already shown the price on the screen. Keep in mind, this is launch day, or yesterday maybe was launch day for OP14, so that stuff is going to be all pretty expensive to begin with, and should normalize later, although everything older seems to be going up, so I don't know. We'll see. All right, so we have X Drake and a Jinbei SR. Very nice. I don't know why that is not focusing correctly. Hopefully it's a viewable setting. So for those of you that don't know, if you just watched that and if you didn't rewind, these cards, in my opinion, were notoriously hard to open, and they've got some sort of weak spot right in the middle, and if you just pull in the middle, they'll totally open. It's insane to me. I've spent a lot of time struggling with these. Do we get the same guy twice in the same pack? Or is that a pack ago? Yeah, it must have been last pack. All right. All right. Marguerite. Queen and Gecko Maria SR. Or Gecko Moria. So if you're not, if you're just interested in the hits, you can skip ahead to the end. I'll go over the hits at the end. Another leader pack. Bullet String. Beppo, he's part of somebody's crew. I think we saw it briefly at Water 7. Is he part of Law's crew? I suppose I could read it. No, I can't. Mink / Heart Pirates. I assume Heart Pirates is Law's crew. I haven't heard him referred to by anything yet. Sameboa Hancock leader. Ocean Current shoulder throw. There we go. So that is I think that says secret. So it's Don Quixote Doflamingo. Very, very cool looking card. The art on these, especially the full art's incredible. Like, incredible to me. I know a lot of people say, you know, Pokemon art is always, you know, pretty cool. I think for the most part this blows that stuff away. You know, don't come at me. It's just my opinion. It may be wrong. But I think for a lot of this stuff is just really, really good. So I had a picture of Cavendish. It was an alternate art, I think, from one of the sets, from one of the earlier sets. And I had it for many weeks, months, and I had no idea that Cavendish was not female. Obviously, I'm not looking super close at the cards, you know, examining every detail, but it came as a shock to me when he first appeared in the, I guess, where are they at? On Dressrosa right now, where I'm watching. There's a Law Leader card. Time for the counterattack. And a Foxy super rare. All right, Chew, Monet, and then we have a Luffy super rare. Pretty much everything Luffy is going up right now. I know there's a little bit of hype around season 2 of the live action coming out, but I think it's not until March, right? So maybe this is just building hype. I'm not sure. Strive to surpass me, Zoro. So that's who, Mihawk. Okay, so we have a Zoro foil and a Megalo foil. Another interesting thing about collecting the cards before watching the anime, some of the I was not aware of the size of some of the characters compared to other characters because they all look mostly the same size on the cards. So the, you know, Fishman Kingdom was a little interesting to me. Basil Hawkins. I haven't been introduced to him yet, I don't think. Captain Kidd, and is that just a super rare? Yep. Perona, super rare. It's interesting how this edge doesn't have the silver like normal. And maybe that is not normal, just what I've noticed, I guess. I didn't pay a whole lot of attention to everything I was opening back in the OP3 through 12 days, probably. There's a nice boa. I'm sure that picture will be, make some people make it collectible. Buffalo, I think we saw him right at the beginning of Dressrosa or at the end of Punk Hazard. Coffin Boat, Cavendish, Mihawk for Fun, and Aladdin. Johnny. Gorgon Sisters, okay. Mihawk leader card. Rayleigh again, and Kaido. I don't know which arc he's a big deal in, but I keep hearing about him. Have a couple of cool cards about him, so I'm looking forward to getting there. And oh, is that a lead? Is that 2 leader cards on the back? Whoa, I have no idea what that means. Kinemon. A lot of these just repeat, right? Okay, so we have a Gecko Moria on regular leader card. Then we have a Shanks. Oh, what is that? All right, so that's Mihawk, leader. Very cool. Shanks. Hang on, I'm gonna check this out. I know there's a couple of big cards in there, and I don't know if that's one of them. All right, so that is as of right now, a fairly expensive card. It's about 114 bucks. So that essentially pays for my box right there. Very cool. Pretty stoked about that. I've never seen a manga card up close, so I was thinking for a second that was a manga. I don't know. I don't know what all they look like. So anyway, that's a alternate art leader. That's probably my first alternate art leader. I don't know that I have another one. So that's pretty cool. I know that's a pretty big card for, my understanding is this deck, this set in a deck, that's the card you want as your leader. I don't know a ton about it, but there's Virgo. But I do watch some people who play, and I do break with a couple people who play, and I think I heard that mentioned. Captain Kidd again. That must be from, I don't know. A lot of these famous scenes I kind of miss as I'm going through it somehow. Sometimes they're more impactful if you know more about the universe and some of the outside material. So I try and watch, you know, some content creators, and I keep up on, you know, some of the Reddit stuff. So there's Isho and Mr. One. I think we're at like 4th copies of some of this stuff. There's another, I think I already got that Zorro. And there's a Carrot. That's a cool looking picture. So I don't know what kind of guarantees are in this. I don't have any idea if, you know, if I'm still looking for something or not. I've opened several boxes. I should probably, I did record some of them, but I really didn't know what I was doing at the time, so I don't know if I'm going to put them up on the channel or not. Anyway, Shirahoshi and Megalo, and then here's the other Dawn card. So it looks like I have 4-ish packs left, so I'm going to say I'm hoping for one more hit. I don't know if I'll get one. Aladdin and Jinbei on the foils. I think we've met Bonnie for like 2 seconds in one episode maybe, and I know she's a major player later, but I don't know much about her yet. Crocodile leader card. Ice Time and Captain Kidd. 2 packs left. something coming up. Oh, that's okay. Absalom and oh, holy moly! Look at that thing. Well, let's see what that is. Much less than I thought. This is going for about 25 bucks right now and going down. That's a very cool looking card. I know a lot of these, the art just takes over and is, you know, the main driver, and I suspect that'll be one. It's not a leader card, is it? Nope. Okay, last pack. So I suspect we have nothing in here, but we'll check. So there's a Shanks foil and Kaido. So I think we got that same pair a minute ago. All right, so I am just gonna pull out the hits and I'll be back in a minute to show them to you. All right, these are the hits for one OP14/EB04 booster box. So we got this full art Don Quixote Doflamingo, very cool. The Mihawk, this one, look at the like swirling circular pattern there. That is super cool. And then we got the Mihawk leader card. All right, folks, thanks a lot for watching. If you're new here, please click subscribe. I always appreciate a like and a comment on my videos, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks.